Hello everybody. So this video is definitely a little more like personal preference, my journey, discernment. So definitely a bit more biblical type of stuff. And the thing about makeup, clothes, jewelry, stuff like that, hair, is that it's definitely a journey. I used to dye my hair black and be goth, and a lot of people ask me why I'm not that way, obviously, anymore. And it's not because I have anything against dressing goth. That's not it at all. I personally just didn't want to wear black anymore, and I felt like dyeing my hair black all the time was ruining my hair and was making me a bit more vain, if that kind of makes sense. But that's just my personal journey. But today's topic is why I personally do not wear makeup. And I don't know if this will inspire you guys. I don't know if you guys have something similar to say, blah, blah, blah. So I do have a few bullet points that I want to go through for this video. So my first kind of disclaimer, my only disclaimer I'll say, is that it's really easy for us to look at someone who's not doing something and say, oh, well, they're telling everyone to do that. Just because I like pink and don't wear makeup and don't have earrings does not mean I'm telling everybody else that they have to wear pink and not have earrings or jewelry or like piercings or how to do their hair or whatever. I don't have my ears pierced because I just don't care that much and because I have sensitive skin. I like wearing pink because I was goth for 3 years, and now I love pink. Now I love pink. Um, so there's many reasons why I like the things that I like besides just time and personal wants. I'm not saying that in order to be biblical enough, you have to dress how I dress or look how I like. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that with makeup specifically, I have discerned it through time, and this is why. This is the video why. So let me start off with my actual disclaimer instead of just my yapping. Makeup can be used for enhancing features, special events, and creativity. Like when I see people using their face as a canvas and drawing designs on it, putting beautiful artwork on their face, and like just interesting looks. Like speaking of goth, I used to do trad goth makeup. Like I still think it's cool. Now, would I wear it to church or to the grocery store? No, but I still think it's really cool, you know? I still like goth music and all that other kind of stuff. Obviously the pentagrams and the shirts with your tatas out. I don't agree with that, but you can still have your personal style, your personal look without having to conform to everyone else. Now, obviously, following Christ, I guess you kind of do, in a way, just understand. Like, I don't want to be like the rest of the world. So, you dress more modestly, you act a different way, you speak, and just the way all that kind of stuff. I'll do a separate video on modesty today. I just want to focus on makeup because I feel like they should be separate videos because they're two different things. But like I said, makeup can be used to enhance your features, special events, creativity. Uh, the reason that I have a problem with certain kinds of makeup is like really, really like what are your intentions? Like kind of like full glam, look at me, look at me, look at me kind of makeup. And then there's like, do you need makeup every single day to feel good or normal? That's where I have a problem with makeup. That's where, in my opinion, it becomes a vain reason to wear makeup. Uh, that's just me, but that's kind of where I draw the line. And then, so my second bullet point is I have a lot of female family members who are older than me. I have older sisters, I have older cousins, I have older aunts. And do I think they look good with makeup? Yeah, but I see them without makeup 99% of the time. And that's just how I see their face. And it makes me think, like how beautiful your face is, you know? Like just gosh, I your the way God formed your eyes or your cheeks or your lips or your nose and just all this other stuff. Like it's so beautiful. Like, and because I love my family, like I love all my family members, but because I specifically for this topic love my female family members, I love how they look without makeup. I don't care if they're 4 or 40. They look quite beautiful. And I'm not saying that they don't look beautiful with makeup. I'm just saying that I'm used to their face and I like how their face looks and they look super cute with makeup, but I also just love the way that God made them. Like I don't think that's wrong to say. They are beautiful no matter what. Uh, I will say though that one part about makeup that I have been learning more and more about is chemicals. Now, there's chemicals in your clothes, there's chemicals in your skincare, I have highlights in my hair, so who am I really to attest to chemicals? But I will say though that like wearing makeup every day, so like foundation, it doesn't let your skin breathe naturally. And if I had to pick between skincare or makeup, I'd pick skincare. Okay, don't call me a pick me for saying that, but if you're gonna wear makeup, at least, you know, have good skincare, wash it off correctly, understand that wearing it for hours and hours every single day is not good for your skin. And guys, my mom's an esthetician, and she does not wear makeup every day because she understands that it does affect the way your face breathes. Because your skin is your largest organ, and the most sensitive place for your skin, besides, I guess, your genitals, would be your face. That's a very, very sensitive place. And we have to take good care of our skin. Am I saying that aging is the most evil thing in the world, or that, uh, just putting on bronzer or whatever is the most evil thing in the world? No, but what I am saying is that we ought to take care of ourselves, you know? So, chemicals in makeup, that's a subject I'm definitely not a expert in, but I thought it'd be worth mentioning. So, my next topic is why I choose to not wear makeup. This is the thing that led me to not wear makeup anymore. If I really cared enough, I'd probably put on some mascara and lip gloss more, and I'd probably do more stuff with like using my face as a canvas. Like I said, I have nothing wrong with that. I just am kind of lazy, I'm going to be honest. And maybe as I get older, I'll care about it more. But, in my opinion, I don't care about makeup that much, so I don't see really a reason for me to care that much. And it's also expensive. uh, all the things. And I'm good at it. I I am, but I also just don't care that much. But like I said, it can become vain. So here's my personal reason with makeup and being vain. So putting on a goth look every once in a while for funsies, that was not vain. That was not in a vain nature. But what was in a vain nature was wearing mascara every single day of sophomore year when I was in high school. And well, you're at school for 8 hours and you have mascara on and it smears and it smudges and you're wearing it 5 days a week for 8 hours. You're wearing mascara as a full time job. And not only that, but you're like 15 or 16 years old. And it doesn't matter how much I tried to wash it off, my eyelashes started to fall out and thin. And I just realized that it wasn't worth it, and I actually didn't care that much to wear it every single day in and out. So am I saying that mascara or foundation or lip gloss or lipstick is bad? No, but like what are your intentions? Because my intentions were, well, I want to bring out my eyeballs. And uh I don't really know if I wore it for attention, to be honest. Like, that was 3 years ago. But the point is that when you wear mascara as a full-time job for 5 months, your eyelashes are going to pay for it. So I can't imagine what other skin problems or face problems I would have had if I were to wear foundation as a full-time job, basically. Uh, you know? So, like I said, in conclusion, makeup can be used for good. I'm not saying it's bad in and of itself. I like seeing my family members without makeup because it just reminds me how beautifully they are made. Same with when I look in the mirror. I'm more used to my face. I'm not feeling like I have to have a full face of makeup when I walk out the door. I'm not saying you do, but I'm used to my face and I like it. I like how my face looks. And I used to not. And there's chemicals in makeup. You know, we gotta take care of our skin. And then wearing mascara every day made my eyelashes thin. So those are the bullet points in conclusion. And my final thoughts is that it really comes down to intention. And not only intention, but it's like, well, okay, you can wear like all this and all that and not have the intention of wanting attention. But I just think that before we go outside, we should look at our outfit and say, you know, if I met Jesus in this makeup, in this outfit, in this hair, would would he, I don't want to say approve, but would you be glad for him to see you in that outfit? You know, like if if I was sleeping in my bed naked, which, you know, it's my house, I can do what I want. But if I was sleeping in my bed naked and all of a sudden Jesus was there, like let's just say hypothetically, okay, I'd be like, whoa, like what, what? Hello. But if I was at the grocery store or in church, you know, especially church, you encounter God at church. You know, when I go to mass, there's the Eucharist, there's the beautiful hymns, there is this adoration. And worship is not just sing songs or adoration. Obviously, worship is what you say and what you do that venerates and is used to worship God. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, I just mean like, are you truly picking up your cross and living by Christ? Which is not really part of this topic, kind of. But what I really, really mean is like, just make up. What are your intentions? Would you want Jesus to meet you in whatever hair, makeup, jewelry, clothes you're wearing? And I know people are going to be in the comments saying, oh, like, Jesus is just glad if you go to church, and Jesus is just glad if you believe in him. Well, okay, demons believe in God. Yeah, yeah, I said it. Demons believe in God. Demons know that he is the ruler and utmost knowing being. But see, now demons are different because demons don't obey God. Demons don't want to hear about Jesus Christ. So, am I saying that makeup is going to make you a sinful little harlot, little wench? No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that can makeup be used for vain reasons? Yeah, it can also be for good reasons. But my point is, whatever you're wearing, whatever you're doing, whatever it may be, is it for God? I don't want to scrutinize you, okay, for wearing some makeup. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just want all of us to look in our hearts and be like, how is this affecting me? How, like, I don't want to say, oh, you're wearing makeup, the boys are going to go crazy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, you know, jewelry, hair, makeup, clothes. I obviously do think that clothes, some people are like, oh, this is not doing anything. But when it comes to makeup, it's like it's really about yourself, okay? Obviously, if someone is wearing a giant pentagram on their eyeliner with their eyeliner and lipstick that looks like blood going, like, obviously people are gonna stare, people are gonna be like, okay, but most people don't use makeup in that way. But my point basically is just, what are your intentions? You know, pray about it to God. And if you clicked on this video, you're probably curious anyway as to like what you think about it. So guys, I'm not trying to scrutinize you. I'm not trying to damn you to hell or anything. I just want us to, you know, just have some discernment about what we wear, what we say, what we do. And like I said, I have no problem if you wear makeup. This is a personal issue. And sometimes with personal issues, we gotta hear it from someone else to see if it's a problem or not. So this is where I'm gonna conclude the video. I think I've given enough disclaimers so that you guys don't tear me apart in the comments. But speaking of the comments, let me know what you guys think and have an awesome possum day. Bye!